Good morning or evening, friends. It is I, Wise Guys. I am going to go over just a little bit of something, just a little bit of Gwent. Now, I put in a video before where I was talking about Gwent, some of the changes, some of the things that are new. If you're new to the Witcher 3 universe, then you've seen this game at least once. But the new version they've put in, some of the things have changed, some of the weather effects, and that type of thing. So this was a match that I had online. I'm only going to show you round three. No, it's going to be all three rounds, 1, 2, and 3 of one of the matches. So far, I have a 2-1 record. Yeah, I'm so good. Yeah, 2-1 because yeah. Anyway, this is part of the placement matches. I think if not, it was right out of the placement matches. Either way, I'm going to do a little bit of a breakdown. It's not going to be anything monumental. If you're new to the game or if you're thinking about playing, this will kind of run you through some of the basics. It'll also show you some of the thought process and strategies that you can come up with while playing this game. So without further ado, let's get on into the match.
You shall die, worm. Ested esa crisa.
I really like those intros. He comes in, you shall die, worm. Love that. Alright, so let's first look at the cards. What you will see is two types of cards. You have your special cards, and you have your monster cards, or unit cards. Mine are monsters because I have the monster deck. You get to pick what deck you want, play around with it, see what you got. Now, your special cards are your first bet. With your special cards, what you're looking at is not a cost or anything like that, like in Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything like that. What you're really looking for is what they do. Find out what each card does, look at the rest of your cards, and see what's going to be the best move to make your game stronger as you go along. Find out what you have synergy with. Don't be in a hurry. You got plenty of time. Just kind of look through all your cards, but make sure you keep an eye on your special cards because it is really difficult to say how important of an impact those cards can have for you later in the game. Something just as small as changing the weather on a row can boost your creatures, can hurt their creatures, swing the match entirely in your favor. So keep an eye on those special cards. Just like I told you, the special cards are there, and also the unit cards. The unit cards are important because that is how you're going to win the game. If you look in the top left hand corner, you see a number. That number is going to be your unit score. Your unit score is what actually wins you the game. If you have more than your opponent has, then you win. The most important thing for units is to pay attention to those abilities. Make sure you read them, make sure you understand them, because certain effects come into play and they're much more important. For example, take a look at Triss Marigold. If you look at Triss, she has the awesome ability to not only give you 7 for your side, but she can deal 5 damage anywhere on the board. If they play something that's going to be detrimental to you on your side of the field, you're able to take it out and keep your stronger units there. Or, in the event that they play something on their side of the field that's going to be a hassle or a nuisance to you, you can take it out on their side. Anywhere you want, you're able to deal that damage. On the other side of things with unit play, we have other cards like the Ice Giant. Now, the Ice Giant affects the board of play not quite the same way that Triss would, because the Ice Giant cannot really deal any damage or do anything to take out somebody else's creature. However, if you look at it, the Ice Giant comes in with a base power of 5. If there is a Frost on field, he gets an extra 5, which makes him a formidable opponent as a 10. Cool thing about that is, you get to play a Frost, they might play a Frost. They can't play a Frost and just forget about it because it may benefit you. You don't have to start taking things out. And plus, you have creatures that will benefit from or not benefit, but not take harm from the Frost. So you can have them play a Frost on you, you play an Ice Giant, and get really, really big and swole, man. It's a very good card, a very good play, and it is worth keeping around in your deck just to kind of see what you got. But it's good to play when you have a Frost on board. So check out your creatures and your special cards to see if you've got a Frost that can benefit your Ice Giant and make some really good plays and swing the match in your favor that way. Because the boy gets big. And when he gets big, let me tell you something. You don't want to see him. You don't want to see him, homie. Alright, one more thing before we hop into this. Take a look at this. This is something that happens in game when the rounds start. This lets you see that the cards, if you just give a chance and read through them, they'll let you know what happens when those effects happen. So if something happens at round in, it lets you know what happens at round in. If it happens at turn in. It lets you know what happens at turn in. You get a really good idea of what comes into play, when it comes into play, and so that way you can plan better and figure out how this is going to best benefit you. Alright, so let's get into this match. So the first thing I'm looking to do is make a strong starting play. I got the turn flip where I go first, which means I'm always going to be down a card unless I play smart. So in this instance, I want to get out ahead, and I want to get out ahead really quickly. So I'm going to play this card that allows me to spawn an extra bronze creature from my deck. I play the card, I get to look inside, see what we want to play. Now the trick on this is, you want to make sure you play a good card, but you want to play a good card that you can live without the ability, because you're not going to get the full effect of that ability, bringing them in through another unit's ability. I got to play 2 cards. Instead of having 5, I got 11. Good start. It's a strong start, and he's got to make a play, and that's going to keep me okay with my card count. Card count is very important in this game. The reason card count is very important is because you draw cards at the end of each round, but you don't refill your hand. Once you are out of cards, you are out of cards. So be ready on every round 3 to play out your hand, because you never know what's coming. So take your time. Make sure you conserve at the end of each turn, or at the end of each round, so that way you have a good strong strategy to go into the next round. That will definitely come into play. That's some foreshadowing. I misplayed a creature there. Didn't get a good benefit from it. So as you see, I'm up 14. He's up 10. Swadoosh! He makes a good play, takes out one of his creatures, but now has 1 creature on board with a buku amount of strength. So now I'm having to decide whether I want to conserve my cards or go for the win. You have to win 2 out of 3 rounds. Yes, 2 out of 3 rounds. You can pass the turn, and once you pass the turn, it becomes your opponents to do what they want. And he wants to smack talk. He wants to send me a little war cry. Roar. That's fine. I don't think that's quite smack talk, but you get what I'm saying. So right now what I'm looking for is something that's going to put me in the lead, but not put me in a position where I have to continue to play cards. If I have to lose this round, that is fine. I do not want to lose this round in such a way that I don't want to lose this round in such a way that it keeps me from winning other rounds. That I've put too much force into this first round and not enough to being able to close out. So I play a nice little card, gives me that +5, and it takes 1 down from him because it's got a frost on board. Now, like I said, if I had my ice giant out here, we could do some damage, baby. Damahe. But no ice giants, we got to play it smooth. Let us see what our opponent plays in response. Looks like he's going to go for the clear skies. That's going to take out the frost. Now, what that does is, at the end of this turn, I'm up 19. He's down 16. So, I don't need to play anything. Right now, if I don't play anything, I win the round if he doesn't. And we have equal amount of cards. If he wants to win this round, he is more than happy to. All he has to do is play something 4 or more. But in doing so, he is now down a card. I can't come out of pass. Once I pass, I pass. But he is now down a card going into this next round. That's an okay loss for me. That puts me at the card advantage. Stepping into round 2. Let's see what we do. That overlay I did not mean to hit, but it's a nice overlay. You still get the option to redraw cards. See if you want to change anything out. See if your strategy has shifted at all. My strategy has not really shifted any. So I won't be redrawing anything just yet. It's his turn. He won the last round. So now he is down 2 cards. That puts me in a stronger position. I should bring in Trista Bay. Deals that 5 damage. And that keeps him from being able to play Frost and boosting up his creature. Boom! His creature's dead. So it went from being 5-0 to 7-0 my way. Because Triss is Bay. She's such a Bay. Anyway. Now he has to decide what he wants to do. How badly does he want to win this round? If he wins this round, he wins the game. But if he loses this round, he has to make sure that he has enough unit strength to combat me in the next round. That was a good pass. In my opinion, that was a really good pass on his part. He doesn't want to fight me too much. He's already down in card count. Now one, because I've played one. Yes. So he's already down in card count. He doesn't want to fight too much and spend too much strength just on me winning that round 5-7. Again, I know my strategy. My strategy hasn't changed that much because all I did was play Triss. So we're doing okay. We Gucci, baby. Waiting on him to play his. I can take a look. It's first light now, not clear skies. I'm sorry. Maybe it's clear skies too. I don't know. Looking for a good game or well played or something. Didn't get anything good. They gotta add some stuff. They got some really good voiceovers for this though. So now I have to make sure I implement my strategy well. He is, I want to say we're right about tied or he's up, one of the two, on card count. So I have to make sure now that my strategy for this third round is on point. Start off strong. Looking for a card that's not going to put me in, it's not a card basically that I could afford to not have the ability work. But some of the other things like my Ice Giant where it's going to double his unit score, like Geralt, all these things I kind of want to take my time on. I don't want to tip that I have these things, but I do want him to feel a little bit threatened. Again, this is the third round. It is 1-1. So I absolutely, and I mean absolutely, am already going into this planning on playing every card in my hand. I can't believe that I'm going to win this otherwise. Because this is the game. There's no need to not play all the cards. Now, this is key. He played a Frost on my side of the board to hurt me. But I have my Ice Giant. The Ice Giant's going to get that +5 boost if it's anywhere on the board. So when I play Frost, boom, he's ready. Like I said, you don't want to see him, bruh. You don't want to see him. Instead of 5, he is now a 10. And my original unit did not get punished for being inside the Frost.
Damn it.
So it did nothing for him, but did everything for me. Thank you. Thank you. We are in a good position now. However, he can use Clear Skies or First Light or whatever it is and take the Frost off my side. So I might want to play something that puts a Frost on his side too. Now he'd have to have 2 in order to stop me from getting this boost, because I lose that boost once the last Frost is off the field. Boom.
I'll do what I can. I
also have a card that I'm going to use here that's going to take the detriment that he receives from Frost, and it's got to be 2 instead of 1 now. He's well in the lead, but I'm cutting into his lead as it is. Not to mention, I know for a fact right now that if I keep him within 10 on the last card, I have Geralt and I'm going to win. All I have to do is keep him 10 or less up to that last card. So that's how I'm playing right now in my head. And I played Geralt early because I'm wicked smart. Wicked smart. It's not a bad play though. That makes him have to try to empty his hand if he can. Actually, no, I did play Geralt. I'm sorry. I can't see. It's late, okay? It's not really late, but it's late for me right now. Get up early. Alrighty. Just stacking the board, trying to keep it close to make him feel like he's okay. Now, the 2 things that I am really looking for right now are my boost and my Geralt. Number 1, I like Geralt because he gives me the +10. Number 2, the boost is going to take up for I think it's all these adjacent minions. Not all of them, but this line of adjacent minions. They're going to get a nice substantial boost on this. And that is going to help me win this game. However, take the time. Don't rush it. Squadoosh. Got my rally. That's what I wanted to make sure I got, that rally. Come in, take out his creature, get my creature on board, and because I took him out, I get the plus bonus. And I'm keeping it close. That's all we're looking to do right now. Let him feel comfortable, keep it close. Again, we still have Geralt in our hand, and as long as we keep it within 10, that's a winner.
Let's get this over with.
Boom. Now we're catching up all of a sudden. He's got to make a move. I know he doesn't have much in his hand, and that didn't take me down as much as I'm sure he hoped it would. However, I got this here boost here. I'm not going to use it for clear skies. I'm going to use it for that boost to give everybody on that row, or not everybody, but a number of units on that row, the advantage. It's a good play on him, but he doesn't know what's in my hand. Down to the last card. Like I said, be prepared to play all your cards.
Let it be so.
And there you go. That edges me out because I kept just enough in my hand, enough power in my hand to win. It takes time, but just reading what you got and kind of taking your time and making sure you know what you want to play and keeping your strategy in hand is perfect. It's not hard. You can get it taken care of. I'd also like to point out that I really love the little GG option there. Not only does it let your opponent know that you appreciated the game, which is always a good thing to do when you're online gaming. Being polite is great, but it also gives you a little added bonus. I sent that to pretty much everybody except this guy, and I felt so bad that I sent him a message after it. So, I mean, be nice to people. Just good game is just fine. You're not saying that they did the best or they're the best in the whole wide world or anything like that. Just give them a little credit, give them a little props. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like, hit that like button. If you love, hit subscribe. Hit me up with a comment. If you want to play some Gwent, let me know. I'd be happy to play anybody. I don't have a good deck yet. I may do a video later on regarding deck building strategies because you have more cards in your deck than you do in that hand. But as you see, the cards in your deck are very important as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Peace out.